Holiday spending was up 13% last year, totaling $142 billion just during the holiday season with e-commerce sales alone. Now, who's to say what's going to happen this year in 2020 with the whole worldwide pandemic we've been facing? But I can tell you, based on a lot of the information I just did research on, we're in for a bigger season than ever before. We're going to jump behind my computer, look at what's going to be happening with Amazon Prime Day, and there's a whole bunch of crazy statistics you guys need to be informed about, because I'm going to give you some awesome groundbreaking facts on how we can create personalized experiences for our customers now that people are not shopping in retail and more so online. And we're going to be looking at how we can actually reach out to these customers and create the biggest bang for our buck during this holiday season. So I hope you drop a thumbs up at any point you find value in this video. So let's jump right into it. You can see I've already done $415 in sales today on Amazon, and you'll see exactly with some of the statistics I'm showing you why customers love Amazon so much. It's no surprise shoppers are going to be switching to digital when it comes to this holiday season. Everyone's going to be buying things online. But what's actually interesting to see is that all the age groups, in particular the old people, are still switching to go online. You're normally going to find older groups of people wanting to shop in store, but with the pandemic sweeping the nation, everyone's going to be shopping online. So that's also going to add to the e-commerce sales, which are just skyrocketing right now. We can also look at the level of interest of shoppers switching to online as opposed to shopping in store. And there's a 47% increase for people just shopping online now more than ever before. What's interesting to me is seeing that 29% are now less interested of shopping via social media, which is kind of surprising to me. And it definitely makes sense that 23% are now less interested in shopping in stores. We can definitely expect to see the 2019 holiday sale numbers get blown out of the water by the 2020 numbers. There was actually a previous forecast made for e-commerce sales that were only supposed to increase by 38.6%, only 38%, but now we're expected to see a 60.4% increase because so many people are not likely to be shopping in stores now. We can also expect to see a huge ding for in-store retail numbers, which were supposed to have a decline of 10.5% this year, but they're looking at as high as a 14% drop in brick and mortar sales due to social distancing measures. This is all going to help feed the e-commerce flame, and if you're selling online, you're definitely in for some big business. We can look at what Amazon Prime Day did last year in 2019. They hit $7.16 billion in sales globally. Now, from a 2020 perspective, Prime Day was intended for July 15th through the 16th, and it actually is not taking place until just a few days from now on October 13th and 14th. So that's actually tomorrow and the next day. So I've actually pulled up an insider news article from my Seller Central account, which you get when you actually start selling on Amazon, and it's showing what Amazon has done to increase the ability for them to be shipping products out. Amazon is paving the way for the ultimate fulfillment, and we can see that with what they're intending on doing here. They've actually increased the fulfillment center standard size products by nearly 60 million cubic feet compared to last year. They've also invested an additional $100 million to spotlight and connect customers to small businesses selling on Amazon during Prime Day. And as we've expected since the pandemic took off around the beginning of this year, we've seen Amazon implement a whole bunch of new investments to the platform, revamping the whole Seller Central website, and now intending on launching new news articles for sellers to keep up to date with everything happening. But just as the Forbes magazine news articles saying, e-commerce sales will explode this holiday season, putting retailers' online strategies to the test. It's going to really come down to that personalized experience on what you're creating for your customers. And I want to touch on that in just a second. And as Forrester's saying, another online publication, we're looking at 18.5 to 20.2% of online sales skyrocketing, more so than in the year previous. Also, online sales for popular items such as health and beauty, consumer electronics, fashion, and home furnishings are growing and growing and growing. Now, on the flip side, in-store retail performance is tanking across many sectors. We're seeing health and beauty sales down 8.2%, home furnishings off 15.2%, consumer electronics down 26%, and in-store fashion off by 33%. If you guys want to make money, you need to find a way to make money online. This is ultimately putting a huge amount of pressure on in-store retailers, as they probably don't even know how many customers are actually going to be showing up to their stores, how much inventory they need to get. Their supply chains may not even be working as they used to. And on top of that, they have to go up against against Amazon and other massive online e-commerce sites, which are providing free shipping, free 2-day fast delivery to customers, and in-store people are literally probably just freaking out every single day right now. And not to mention, a new phenomenon called brand fragmentation is coming into place in many e-commerce stores. That's like when I create my own product brand and it's high quality, it's just as high quality as some other products that may be sold in Nordstrom's, because I'm honestly buying from maybe the same suppliers. More and more people are doing the same thing, and that's going to make profit margins even smaller for retail stores trying to compete with these online brands that offer the same quality but at a lower price. So all I see now is a pretty grim outlook for in-store retail. And not only that, customers are even demanding more and more personal engagement. That's not just to say send customers a bunch of random offers and emails every 5 seconds blowing up their email. No, they want to see brands innovate upon old products and make them better and better and easier to buy. This is exactly why we can hop right over into Amazon and we can easily read customer negative reviews within products to find a supplier that's going to make something better for us. So this is what I teach students that take my Amazon course. You can simply come right over here to the 1-star reviews and see exactly what customers want to have in their product, and you can go about making these changes before you ever ship anything in. So I see I had it for 3 days, one side is already crumbled in, 0 stars if possible, the glass broke after the first use, cracked the second time it was used. That's 3 1-star reviews from customers that weren't happy with the product. All you have to do is find a better quality, maybe order a sample, maybe get a durable type of clear plastic that you can do instead of that. And overall, you can still make a lot of sales in this market. This seller is still on page 1, selling a set of 2 of these for $33. And I can actually run the Helium 10 Chrome extension to show me how many sales a month each product is making here. There's a total revenue on the first page of this market here of $2.5 million. Just this product right here selling for $30. It looks like it's another 2-pack. They're doing $40,000 a month in sales. 1,400 units are being sold. Now at the end of the day, so you can check how much you're actually going to make in profit, because this is really important, and you can come down and use the Helium 10 extension again, which is automatically plugged in. I'll have a link for that below as well, and this is a free tool to download. There are some paid features, but this is going to come absolutely free to you, so just click the link below. And you can say, hey, maybe we're going to get this for $5. Great. After Amazon fees, we're going to be making $17 in profit per sale. And then maybe you want to add a little something extra to it, or you're going to add and improve on the quality. Then you still know you can spend an extra $3 per unit and still make $14 profit, but you're spending $8 now instead of $5 on the product itself. So you're going to bring much more quality to the customers. This is all going to be stuff you want to think about when personalizing your customer experience. Back to Prime Day, we can see most customers are expecting fast and free delivery despite the pandemic we're currently facing. Supply chains are disrupted, so you want to have plenty of stock already sitting in your warehouse ready to be shipped out. And I highly stress that people do sell on Amazon. You can even come down and see which is the biggest e-commerce platform people are buying from during the school season or for holidays. It's Amazon at the top of the charts every time. And when you can sell on their platform, which is exactly what I talked about in over 400 videos on my channel, you're going to be able to get this free traffic of where everyone is shopping, and as long as you rank your product to that first page, you're going to be making a ton of sales if you have an image that stands out and a bundle of a product that's going to be standing out as well. The majority of people, 55%, were shopping on Amazon when it came to their 2019 back-to-school supplies. I want to quickly cover some awesome statistics that's going to help you understand how big the world is growing, how much money is being spent, and how fast pretty much the economies are growing. So we can come down and see in 2019, that was the first holiday season to pass $1 trillion between brick and mortar and e-commerce spending. That totaled $1.007 trillion, which is absolutely insane. Brick and mortar revenue comprised of $869 billion, but keep in mind this is in 2019 before we're facing the pandemic. So in contrast, online spending in 2019 was $142 billion during the holiday season. Now you can only guess how big the online spending is going to be for 2020. I can tell you this $869 billion in brick and mortar sales is going to be probably cut in half or even less, because people just don't want to go into stores due to social distancing and everything else. Cyber Monday 2019 had the highest single sales day in all-time history, totaling $9.4 billion in one day. That was an increase of almost 20% since the previous year. There was literally $2.8 billion in sales made between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m., a 4-hour window on Cyber Monday. More money was spent in this 4-hour time frame than the average day's sales during the holiday. That would tell you between this time, you want to be, if you have advertisements on Amazon or whatever, you want to be pumping your ads up like crazy at this time, because you're probably going to be selling out, I mean, depending on what product you have, in a matter of a few hours. Who knows? So we can also see some of the top categories people are buying for the holidays: clothes and accessories, food, beverage, health and wellness, toys and hobbies, electronics, and home and kitchen. So these are big categories to be in during the holiday season. I didn't know this one, but 60% of holiday shoppers start buying for Christmas before December 1st. It's pretty interesting. Looks like most people are buying online on their desktop. 34% are coming from mobile sales, 60% from desktop. And lastly, they have some 2020 holiday e-commerce predictions. E-commerce spend is anticipated to increase by 13.9% to $156 billion in online sales during the holiday. We can come down and see retail sales are expected to increase by 3.4%. Now, this prediction was made prior to the pandemic. This was in February 2020. Pandemic really kicked off there in March. I'm going to say the retail spend is going to be much lower, and we're going to see e-commerce spike much higher than just this 14% they anticipated the increase would have been. Now, consumers didn't have a positive outlook regarding 2020 last year, with 44% expecting a weaker economy. And at the end of 2019, consumers said they were planning to spend less on 2020 due to the following reasons: to pay down some debt, to deal with deteriorating household situations, to save more money. So keep in mind, again, take this all with a grain of salt, because at the end of 2019, everyone's already spent a bunch of money. They're kind of hurting. They're looking forward to their New Year's resolutions. They're going to say, I'm going to be better next year, but we all know human nature, and most people are probably going to end up spending a bunch of money anyway for 2020. And you can actually see retail experts believe that the coronavirus may do a lot of good for e-commerce sales in the future, especially with massive companies like Amazon. Now, I want to show you, because some people said we were expecting a weaker economy, and you can actually see, based on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right before the whole pandemic, we were at about 29,000 points on the Dow, and it toppled way down to 18.5. So honestly, we kind of had a V-shaped recovery here. I was actually buying stocks all the way down here, which was pretty sweet. Came up about $6,000 or $7,000 I'm sitting on right now on profits with that. But you can see the market has then since rose back up, and where it's at right now, 28,800. So it's literally only 500 points lower than our all-time high we had right before the pandemic, which was pretty much February 19th, which was my birthday. Right after that, the whole world hit the fan. But we're almost back up exactly where we were. So I'm going to anticipate, with 2020 holiday season coming on the way right now, we're going to know that e-commerce sales are going to blow up more than they ever have before, mainly because almost $800 billion was spent in-store retail, and most of that money isn't going to be going in stores anymore. It's now going to be e-commerce. So we're going to see a huge influx. Probably they were saying around 142 billion, 156 billion, something like that, spent during the holiday seasons on e-commerce platforms. I could even see maybe 200 billion or something more so like that, because more and more people aren't going to be shopping in stores. We haven't even seen the wave of, the flu season that's going to come on, and more people are just freaked out, so they're going to want to buy online. And if you're selling on Amazon, or if you're selling on your own e-commerce platform, you're going to be in luck this holiday season. So drop comments down below what you guys think your predictions are for 2020 holiday season. And if you're sitting on the fence deciding what you should do, I would highly suggest investing in yourself. Just learn how to sell on Amazon. This is the easiest way to make the most amount of money. Now, there is a lot of ups and downs that you're going to face with product restrictions, liabilities, things like that, and that's why I recommend you take a look at my Amazon Seller Pro course. It's a $500 program, but when you invest in yourself, you're going to get to talk with me one-on-one once you finish that course. I have coaching calls available for you, and that's going to help you find a product. We're going to rank it up in Amazon for you, and you're going to start making sales. So if you're interested in making passive income, this is the type of thing where once your product is selling and ranked, Amazon just ships it out for you. You don't have to do anything really, except in the beginning you just have to do some upfront work, but nothing comes easy. So when you have the blueprint, the outline, it's going to save you so much more time instead of watching a ton of YouTube videos and all the headaches that you might face when you come up on obstacles and you don't have someone to talk to. So I want to be there for you. I'll also have my Instagram link down below where you can drop me a message. Maybe we can hop on a quick phone call and I'll tell you more about what I can do to help you guys. But I'm super excited for this year. 2020 is not over yet, and it's been a huge year for e-commerce. I've made more money than I ever have this year than any year previous, and it's one of the most hardship times we've ever faced. So it goes to show you working smart is better than working hard. So don't be slaving away in a job. Learn how to set yourself financially free with selling online. Thanks a lot, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out.